Dear students, this video is on class 10, chapter 6, part 17. Today's topic is excretion. We have already discussed how organisms get rid of gaseous waste generated during photosynthesis or respiration. So as you know that during photosynthesis, oxygen is the byproduct or waste product, and during respiration carbon dioxide is the byproduct. So these two gases were thrown out from the plants by the stomata. The other metabolic activities generate nitrogenous materials which need to be removed. So for the other metabolic activities, there are some other waste material. These are called nitrogenous materials. Why? Because these waste are the part of nitrogen. That is why these are called nitrogenous materials. For example, urea, ammonia, etc. So these are to be removed from the body. The biological process involved in the removal of these harmful metabolic wastes from the body is called excretion. So this metabolic waste, that is nitrogenous material, urea as well as the ammonia, are the waste material, and these have to be removed from the body. And this process, that means through which these harmful substances is thrown out or excrete out, is called excretion. So this is the definition. Different organisms use varied strategies to do this. So different organisms adopt different method for this excretion. Many unicellular organisms remove these wastes by simple diffusion from the body surface into the surrounding water. So as we have come to know that unicellular organisms have very simple body design, and hence it can remove the waste material by simple process, that is called diffusion. As we have seen in the other processes, complex multicellular organisms use specialized organ to perform the same function. Similarly, in case of multicellular organism, that means the organism which have some complex body design, they have specialized organ for different functions. So that is why in that multicellular organism, the excretion system is also somewhat complex. So let us discuss about the excretion in human beings. The excretory system of human beings includes a pair of kidneys, a pair of ureters, a urinary bladder, and a urethra. So there are four parts in human excretory system. These are the kidney, a pair of kidney, a pair of ureter, and urinary bladder, and urethra. These are the four main parts of human excretory system. The kidneys are located in the abdomen, one on either side of the backbone. So this position is called the abdomen, and this is the backbone, and these two kidneys are located besides this backbone. Urine produced in the kidneys passes through the ureter into the urinary bladder, where it is stored until it is released through the urethra. So the urine is produced from this kidney and passes to the urinary bladder through this ureter, and the urine will be stored in this urinary bladder until there is a urge to thrown out through the urethra. So how is urine produced? The purpose of making urine is to filter out waste products from the blood. So the main purpose of making this urine is to filter out the waste material from the blood. Just as CO2 is removed from the blood in the lungs, nitrogenous waste such as urea or uric acid are removed from blood in the kidneys. So as we have seen that carbon dioxide is removed in the lungs and it is thrown out from the body. Similarly, here also nitrogenous waste such as uric acid, urea are removed, that means from the blood in the kidney. It is then no surprise that the basic filtration unit in the kidneys, like in the lungs, is a cluster of very thin walled blood capillaries. So the filtering unit is present in the kidney and it is a cluster of thin walled blood capillaries. So what is it? You can observe in this diagram. So this is the nephron, structure of nephron, and there are millions of nephron in the kidney, and this is called excretory unit of human or the kidney. So here the main part is the glomerulus, and glomerulus is situated inside a cup-like structure that is called Bowman's capsule, and this glomerulus is a cluster of many capillaries, and from this the blood is filtered out and it goes into the tube. Each capillary cluster in the kidney is associated with the cup-shaped end of the tube that collect the filtered urine. So this glomerulus will collect the blood from this tube, that is branch of renal artery, and here it will be filtered and it will passes to this tube. Each kidney has large numbers of these filtration units called nephrons. So filtration unit is the nephron, packed close together, and they are packed very close to each other, and there are millions of this nephron present in the kidney. Some substances in the initial filtrate such as glucose, amino acids, salts and major amount of water are selectively reabsorbed as the urine flows along the tube. So there is basically two parts, mainly two parts. One is filtration, number two is reabsorption. So after the filtration in the glomerulus, the remains of the blood again reabsorb. So what is the main cause of reabsorption? Because some of the glucose, amino acids, salts and major amount of water, these are very useful in our body. So this should be reabsorbed along the tube. When it flows through the tube, it should be reabsorbed in this tube. So this is the second step. So first step is the filtration and second step is the reabsorption. So what are the materials reabsorbed here? Number one is glucose, number two amino acids, number three salts, number four this major amounts of water. The amount of water reabsorbed depends on how much excess water there is in the body and on how much of dissolved waste there is to be excreted. So amount of water it is absorbed, reabsorbed in the tube, it is depends on the amount of water present in the body and also how much nitrogenous waste material is dissolved in that urine. The urine forming in each kidney eventually enters a long tube, the ureter, which connects the kidneys with the urinary bladder. The function of ureter is to connect the kidneys with the urinary bladder. So after forming the urine from the kidney, it is passes to the urinary bladder through ureter. Urine is stored in the urinary bladder until the pressure of the expanded bladder leads to the urge to pass it out through the urethra. So urinary bladder, it is a muscular bladder and it is under the control of nervous system, and when there is a pressure of the urine, then it leads to the urge to pass out the urine through the urethra. The bladder is muscular, so it is under nervous control. As we have discussed elsewhere, as a result we can easily control the urge to urinate. So since the bladder it is a muscular and it has some nervous tissue, that is it is under the nervous control, so we can control the urine whenever it is required, and if it urge to thrown out, then we can urinate. So this is all about the structure of nephron as well as the excretion in human being. Thank you.